So everybody, I overslept this morning and I missed the mailman. So I'm on my way to the post office to get these Etsy orders out. So follow along with me and you'll see my day. And I have a issue with Xfinity. Okay, everybody, I'm back. I've not been in my car and I can't tell you how long because the depression just kept me from getting out and doing what I needed to do. But I have to go to the post office because I just overslept and missed the mailman. So, let's see, I got 167 miles to empty, and when I parked it last, it was 323. It was almost full, and it looks like everybody's run the gas out. My radio station is not on the right station. My seat was all messed up, and my mirrors are crazy. So, I get a little irritated when they don't put stuff back the way it's supposed to. And it looks like a trash heap in here because there's water bottles, there's Mountain Dew cans, there's Mellow Yellow cans, there's Monster cans, which the Monster can is not mine. And, yeah, it looks like they don't know how to put the trash in the trash can when they get done. But anyway, let's go. So, I have been trying since the 8th of October to get Xfinity equipment in my house. I know, my hair, it's wavy this morning. When I pulled it back, I thought, Lord, what a wave. But anyway, we had Hulu Live, and I loved Hulu Live, but they went up on their prices again. So, I thought, you know what, I'm going to try YouTube Live. Everybody, you know, my sister's got it. She enjoys it. She likes it. And, you know, I thought, okay, it's cheaper than Hulu, so I'll try that. Because, you know, right now I got to watch every penny and cut corners and everything else. And so, yeah, I went to YouTube TV. Well, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I hate it. I don't know what it is about YouTube TV. But I put it on a channel, it'll play for 2 minutes, and then it'll just cut off. And we have to go back through the whole recycle of it. So I thought, you know what? So I got on Xfinity's website, got to looking. They had a really good deal going on. And, you know, so I needed to upgrade my internet anyway because, you know, they said that I've had my same internet package ever since it come out. Well, they said they no longer offer it, so I had to upgrade, which is fine because Lord knows we have a lot of gadgets in our house that uses Wi-Fi. So I called them on the 8th of October. Yeah, here's the process. So I called them, got it all fixed. I got you know, your equipment has shipped. And then within like 2 hours after, I get a notification from UPS that the equipment was shipped back because the address was wrong and they couldn't find it. And I thought, no, wait a minute. And about the time I got that notice, the UPS guy went up the road. So I walked outside, and I mean, he just boomed right by me like I wasn't standing there. And I thought, okay, whatever. Kind of ticked me off. But, anyway, I get on the phone, and I'm trying to get a hold of the UPS guys. And, you know, they said, hey, we're going to try to contact the driver and let him know, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it never happened. So the package got sent back to Xfinity. So now I'm on the phone with Comcast, or Xfinity. It was Comcast, but they bought it out. It's Xfinity now. So I get on the phone with Xfinity, and I said, look, we need to change this address because it's, you know, it's wrong. You know, you got my old 911 address because I've had them for like the last 30 years, you know. Well, no, I wouldn't say I've been there that long. We moved in that place in 97, so almost, well, I guess it would be almost 90 years, or 30 years, 90 years. Good God. Almost 30 years. I don't know, guys. Just overlook me. I got brain issues. So anyway, I told him, I said, look, the new 911 address came in, and it, this address is no longer available. It's gone. This is, what it needs to be. And I told him, okay, we'll get that fixed. So they got it fixed. They reissued the equipment. And I said, okay, great. This is, she told me, she said, you'll get your equipment within 2 days. And I said, fine, that's wonderful. Second shipment got sent back. Wrong address. So I called Xfinity. I said, look, what is the deal? I called you all and told you twice that this is the second time, this address needs to be changed. So the guy on the phone, he said, okay, this is what I'm going to do. He went in there and he put, well, I see right here your mailing address is, the correct address. And I said, yeah. I said, and that is the residential address also. He said, okay. He said, I'll switch it and I'll send the order back out. So we had to go through the whole process of reordering the equipment. Okay, so last night I get notification. It shipped. I thought, great, it should be here tomorrow, because it's just usually about a day apart from the shipping, until it's delivered. So I get a notification. Equipment or package sent back, wrong address. It's number 2. So this morning, I get on the phone. Well, I wouldn't say this morning. This afternoon, I got on the phone, and this really nice young girl answered the phone, and I was not polite at the beginning. And I told her, I said, look, I'm about to the point that I'm just going to cancel the service and go with DirecTV. Either you all can figure out how to get my equipment to me, or just cancel the whole order and I'll go somewhere else. So she said, now ma'am, what happened? So I had to go from the top all the way down to the bottom of the list of who I've called, who I've talked to, who was supposed to have done this. Because look, anytime I'm doing stuff like that, I write down who I talked to, who answered the phone, even if it's a weird made up name, I write it down. And the time and the date that I call. I'm just like that. So she said, okay, I'm sorry, I promise you I will get this correct. I said, okay. So I talked to her, she's working on it, and the whole time she's being polite, and I'm just being not very nice, and then I apologized to her, because I said, look, I've been trying to get internet and cable service in my home since the 8th of October. And she said, ma'am, I promise you, you will not have to deal with no more. You'll get your package. Everything will be fine. You won't have to call us again. And I'm sitting here in the back of my head, yeah, right. I'll see it when I believe it when I see it, So she goes through all of her stuff, and she says, ma'am, she said, is this the correct address? And I said, first off, is it residential address? And she said, yeah, residential and mailing. I said, okay, tell me the residential address. So she told me the residential address. I said, that is correct. I said, the mailing address. And she gave me the mailing address, and I said, yes, that is correct. I said, now, will UPS bring my package, or do we have to reorder it? And she said, well, we have to reorder it. So now I'm on the phone for another 20 minutes for them to reorder the equipment that has already been ordered twice before. And I'm just sitting here thinking, can you all not get your head out of your butts long enough to do anything? I'm just like, oh, I'm so done with this. So hopefully, fingers crossed, Monday, I will have the equipment. and I'll have my service that I want, because I don't like YouTube TV, and I don't want to go back to Hulu because Hulu is too, well, Hulu went up, and I've got to have, you know, live channels because my husband likes watching the local news. I could do without it. Only time I watch TV is when I go to bed at night and I got it on for the noise, and then I set the timer to kick it off. So if I'm still awake and the TV kicks off, I just leave it off, because I have to have some kind of noise. So yeah, that was my day and my whole month. And then I woke up late, so I'm trying to hurry up and get to the post office to get these Etsy orders in the mail today. I ended up with some kind of code, and I'm going to tell y'all something. I got sick the other night. My throat got really sore, and it's same symptoms as when I had the C word. So I thought, oh my gosh, here we go. So I went in and I got the home test that the doctor's office gave us. You know, you get so many free. And so I done the C test, the COVID test, and it showed negative. So I thought, okay, maybe it's just sinuses. You know, I'm starting to get sinuses. I woke up yesterday morning and I felt like crap. I mean, my throat was sore. My nose hurt. My nostrils up here hurt. And I thought, Lord have mercy, what in the world? And I got a really bad chest cold or cough now. And I thought, man, is that something in that COVID test made me sick? Because this cough didn't come on until after I did. Oh my gosh, I am not going to be able to find a parking spot at the post office. Why in the world are they so busy today? I mean, geez. I could go next door to the winery and sit and have me a cup of coffee or not a cup of coffee, but have me a glass of wine and a sandwich. But anyway, sorry, gosh. Anyway, I'll be back in a little bit. I'm going to go drop this off at the post office. Oh my gosh, that was a chaotic mess. That's the first time I've ever had that done. I do my shipping labels off of Etsy, right? And I got a meter, or not a meter, but a weigher at home that I weigh them. So, what is this person doing? Are they parked? Are they not parked? Oh my good Lord, they're going to the liquor store. Anyway, I'm sorry, I get off subject so much. I go in, I weigh them at home, I put all the information in at Etsy, and then I just ship off print off the label and put it on there and send it in. Well, I go in there and the guy's like, well, I have to check them because sometimes the shipping labels are not right. The money, it don't charge enough. And I'm thinking, huh? Anyway, he sat there and he weighed them and he said, well, you're good. I thought, well, okay, whatever. So now, when I was in there, I got a phone call. I got to stop by and see my friend over here at the restaurant at Four Seasons and check out what she needs to talk about. God love her. She's having such a hard time too. I guess we'll just sit down and eat us a burger and talk. So, anyway, my throat's starting to get... I've coughed so hard that my throat is sore, and I don't understand that. I just wonder if there's something in them home tests that make you sick. Because I don't know. Maybe I'm just doing a conspiracy thing or something. It's nuts. But anyway, I'm going to stop it. Oh, Lord, she's got it so decorated, so pretty for fall. She used to sell home interior, guys. That's the funny thing, or not the funny thing. What in the world was that? God, please don't let me bust a tire. But anyway, I'm going to, oh my God, there's that old hag. Anyway, I'll be back in a little bit.